Hello, and in this video, I will be walking you through how to access the students' courses via the Learning Coach account. This is the best way to check in on your students' progress and their grades and to be sure that they're completing all of their assignments on time. You will be seeing exactly what your student sees when they are schooling. It is their active live account. Please do not open any quizzes or tests. Most tests and quizzes have one attempt, so if you open it, it will mark it as an attempt and they will lose their chance to do it. The first thing you want to do is log into your Learning Coach account, and you want to do this at www.k12.com. The web page that you're going to go to will look exactly as it does on the screen. You want to click on the OLS login that you see in the upper right corner. Once you click on that, the page will look like this. You want to type in your username and password. Make sure that you use your Learning Coach credentials and not the students'. This is especially important for those students who are their own Learning Coach. You will have two sets of login credentials, and it's important that you're using the students when you're going into the actual classes, but the Learning Coach when you're logging attendance. And for the purposes of what we're doing here, the Learning Coach. This page that you're logging into when you put in your username and password is called the OLS, the online school. We do have a lot of acronyms, so I'll try to explain those as we go along. Once the page loads, you will see on the right side of the page a box that says Quick Links. It's the small box that you see on the screen here. Above it, it says OLS. On the right side, under the Quick Links, you want to look for the link that says K12 Online High School. Click on there. And what's going to appear is a blue box, like the large box you see on the screen here. If you'll notice in the middle of the page, it says My Students. Under My Students, you will list all your students' names will be there. And what you want to click on is the little people icon. There'll be a bar graph, and next to it, the little people. Click on the little people. When you do that, you will be taken to the Students Course homepage. This is the general home page where you're going to get to all the courses. Now we're going to go over a few things here. If you look at the top, to make sure that you're actually at the right place, in the right-hand corner, you're going to see a box next to a picture icon, and your students' names will be there. I had to block out the name for privacy purposes here, but where that black box is, will have your student's first name only. Next to that, you will see an envelope icon. That is the student's email. As you can see, this student had 7 emails that hadn't been read. It's very important that your student is checking these daily. To the left, you're going to see schedule, and that's where the student accesses their daily plan. This can also be accessed from each individual course, and it lists the live sessions as well as assignments to be completed that day. Under that, it'll say classes, and that's where we're going to access the student classes. Under that is announcements, and this is a fast way to check any announcements that were posted by the teachers. They are also posted in the individual courses. If you click on classes, it will take you to the page with a picture of each class. Now, in the top right corner of each course icon, you will see their current grade. So this is a quick way if you're in a hurry, just checking on grades. You can log in, look at this. You'll have everything in one spot. We're going to go ahead and click on one of the courses, AP English, and this is what every single course homepage looks like. It'll have the exact same setup for every single course. We're going to go over a few things on this page because this is very important. On the top purple bar, all of these links are clickable. Class home, plan, content, progress, grades, tools, feedback, help, and more. These are all clickable. The course content is where your student should be spending most of their time. It is their daily reading lessons and the absolute foundation of the course. Right before that, we have plan. And this is where the course calendar is. And every single assignment for the semester is already planned out and listed there with start dates, due dates, and locking dates. The student should be checking this daily. Don't worry about the progress tab. There's really nothing in there that's going to be helpful to you. You can click on it to see what it's about, but you're definitely not going to need to use it. Next to that will be what you definitely want to use, and that's the gradebook. This will open the gradebook and the very best way to see the up-to-date grades for each assignment. And you want to be sure to check feedback next to the assignment in case there was an issue with the assignment submitted. If they submitted an essay and they didn't do it correctly, this is where the teacher is going to put notes. And as long as the locking date hasn't passed, they should be able to resubmit it to get those points back. Now, if you click on the word plan, you will see the calendar plan here. Now, I want to really emphasize that you can't break this. Please be free to click around, learn the system, click on things, see whatever anything does. If you change a setting, it can always be fixed. You're not stuck with anything and it's not going to break. And there's many different views that you can choose for this class plan as far as the view type and how many classes populate on the plan at one time. What you see on the page here is the monthly plan, and I only have one class showing, and that's AP Calculus. Up at the top, you're going to see the words agenda, day, week, month, and list. These are the different views you can pick from. It's just your own personal preference. Now, circled here, you will see the drop-down arrow box. If you click on that, you will be able to pick whatever classes you want to populate on the page. Play around with it and see what works for you. On the calendar itself, obviously, you can't see much information, and you're like, okay, this doesn't help me. But it really will. If you hover over the date, it's going to open up the assignment, and you're going to see the entire heading there. Now, if you click on the link, it's going to open to that date and show you all the assignments for that date. And all those assignments are clickable as well. So you can click on any assignment, and it's going to take you into the course content where that assignment is. It's very user-friendly, and again, you can't break it. Click around, see what you can do. Now, once you're done looking at anything you wanted to look at within the course, whether it's the grades, the plan, you definitely need to be sure that you log out. And in order to do this, you need to go to the top right where your student's name is, along with the picture icon, and click on the drop-down arrow, and it's going to open this big box that says Viewing As. It'll say Viewing As in your student's name. Next to that, you're going to see that X, and you need to click on that when you're done so you can log out of the student's account, and it will return you to the Learning Coach account. Another helpful tool within this little box here is account settings. And what that's going to do is if, let's say, their Class Connect schedule is 2 hours off, an hour off, and it doesn't seem right, you want to come to this account settings. And within that account settings, you're going to scroll down to time zone. And you want to make sure that it's selected the Phoenix time zone. Once you do that, make sure you click Save. And then their whole account will be put into the correct time zone, and everything should list at the right time. That's all I have. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your advisor. Thank you so much.